Imagine you're standing in the nosebleed section of a massive stadium for the biggest game of the year. Suddenly, the announcer screams that they're airdropping $10 million in cash into the crowd. Excitement hits you. You're ready to catch a life-changing stack. But then you notice the physics are rigged. The blimp is hovering directly over the VIP boxes. The billionaires and the corporate tycoons just open their windows and rake it in. They don't wait. They run straight to the luxury bars and shops, buying everything at the old price. They just got rich for doing nothing. But what about you? By the time the wind carries those crumpled bills down to the nosebleeds, the shops have realized they're out of stock. To restock, they have to pay more, so they triple the prices. By the time you catch your first $100 bill, that hot dog costs $50. You didn't get richer, you got diluted. This, my friends, is the exact mechanical reality of the modern economy. It's why your groceries doubled, why houses are a pipe dream, and why the rich are playing a different game. It's called the Cantillon Effect. I'm Captain Capital, and I'm here to tell you why your treadmill is speeding up while you're standing still. Money isn't neutral. We're told that if the government prints $1 trillion, everyone's bank account goes up and prices adjust instantly. That's a fairy tale. Money is like water. It flows from a source, and where it hits first matters more than how much there is. Back in the 18th century, Richard Cantillon noticed that people closest to the king, the bankers and landowners, got rich on new gold, while the farmers got crushed. Today, the king is the Federal Reserve, and the gold is digital credit. When the central bank injects money, they don't mail you a check. They buy bonds from massive banks. The new money enters at the very top. These firms get fresh capital at near zero interest before prices have moved. Imagine an investment firm using that fresh cash to buy 5,000 family homes. They're buying 2026 assets with 2026 money, but at 2020 prices. They lock in unearned gains simply because they stood next to the printer. By the time that money trickles down to your employer so they can give you a cost of living raise, the housing market has already exploded. You're receiving the money last, which means you're receiving it at its lowest possible purchasing power. Since 1979, worker productivity has risen by 60%, but real wages have only grown by 17%. That gap isn't just corporate greed, it's the Cantillon Effect, siphoning your life force into assets you don't own. It gaslights you into thinking you're just not working hard enough. The system is rigged, but that doesn't mean you should give up. It means you need a new blueprint. You cannot stop the waterfall, but you can change where you stand. The biggest mistake? Trying to save your way to wealth in a currency that is being diluted. To win, you must behave like the rich. You need to be an owner, not an earner. Move your capital into scarce assets that float on top of the money printing. Real estate, index funds, things that can't be printed with a button. Own the chairs before the music stops. Stop being the late receiver who pays full price with devalued money. Educate yourself, invest in hard assets, and move your seat out of the nosebleeds. If this explained the frustration you felt for years, hit that like button. I'm Captain Capital. Subscribe to stop paying the hidden inflation tax. I'll see you in the next one. Before you go, what was the exact moment you realized your paycheck wasn't buying what it used to? Let me know in the comments.